All right, so you've got this ICT Presales Engineer interview coming up, huh? Let's use RoleCatcher's resources to get you ready to impress.
We're going to give you a crash course on acing the interview, but also what this job really is.
Really dig into it.
Yeah.
Before we get to the interview itself, let's talk about the role. What is an ICT Presales Engineer, and why is it so unique? Some people think sales means pushing products, but it sounds like this is something different.
It is. It's really about being both a consultant and a tech expert.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're working with sales teams, but really making sure that the technical side of things runs without a hitch.
So you're figuring out what a client needs and then putting together a solution that really works, not just trying to sell them something random.
Exactly. That's where the ICT comes in. Information and communications technology. You need to be an expert in this ever-changing field. Think networking, cybersecurity, cloud computing, everything.
Yeah. And RoleCatcher's career guide really gets into how you would plan and modify those product configurations to meet different client needs, which is huge, right?
Absolutely. Say you have a client struggling with data security. You might recommend a mix of hardware and software, even suggest integrating their existing systems with a cloud-based security platform. It's all about understanding their problems and offering a solution that fits.
Okay, that makes sense. Now let's get into the interview questions. RoleCatcher's interview guide has a bunch of common ones. Let's try this one. How would you explain complex technical concepts to a non-technical client? I feel like that's something you'd actually face on the
I think
job.
it's a classic, and it shows how well you can explain tech stuff in plain English. Imagine explaining a new firewall to someone who doesn't know much about computer viruses.
Right, so no jargon. What if you had to break down something like cloud computing in a way anyone could understand?
I might compare it to an online photo album. Instead of keeping your photos just on your phone, which could break or get lost, you upload them to the cloud. It's safe, and you can access them anywhere. You can even share them with others.
That's a great way to put it. Simple, and everyone can relate.
Yeah, the interviewer wants to see that you can communicate well, build rapport, and make the client comfortable even if the topic is complicated.
That's where RoleCatcher's AI comes in. You can practice your answers, get feedback on your language, and even tailor your answers to specific job descriptions.
It's like having a coach who knows what those hiring managers are looking for. Let's say you're interviewing for a role that's all about cybersecurity. RoleCatcher's AI can look at the job description and suggest how to highlight your experience in that area, even suggest using certain industry keywords.
Okay, let's try another question. How do you handle client objections during the sales process? This feels like they're trying to see how you handle pressure and think on your feet.
Definitely. You need to see objections as opportunities, not roadblocks. When a client objects, it means they're thinking, and they might just need a little more information.
So don't get defensive. Work with it. What if a client was worried about the cost of a new software?
First, I would say, I understand that cost is a big factor, and I want to find a solution that works with your budget. Then I would focus on the value, not the price tag. Talk about the long-term benefits and how the software might actually save them money. Maybe it helps them work more efficiently, reduces mistakes, or even opens up new ways to make money.
So show them the big picture. I bet RoleCatcher's AI could look at past client interactions and help you figure out what objections to expect and how to respond to them.
Absolutely. Preparation is key. You want to be able to turn a challenge into a positive outcome. That's what you want, to turn it into a positive.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's move on to another common question. How do you keep up with the latest trends and technologies in the ICT industry? Everything changes so fast, so staying current is really important, right?
Oh, absolutely. The interviewer is checking that you're not just good today, but that you're going to keep learning and keep your skills sharp. It's like a doctor staying updated on the latest medical breakthroughs.
So how do you prove that you're always learning? Just read a bunch of tech blogs.
Well, that's part of it. Industry magazines, online forums, following experts on social media, that all helps. But you need to show that you're not just reading, but actually doing things.
What do you mean by doing things in the ICT world?
Going to industry conferences, joining webinars, maybe even contributing to open source projects. Those show that you're really involved and passionate.
Vet certifications are important too. They're like proof that you've mastered certain skills.
Yeah, they're super valuable, especially in ICT, where everything changes so quickly. They show that you've taken the time to really learn and that your expertise is legit.
This is where RoleCatcher's AI can help. By looking at job descriptions, it can tell you which certifications are most in demand for your industry or even for specific jobs.
Exactly. No more guessing. You can focus on the skills that will make you stand out.
All right, let's talk about a question that can be tough.
Yeah.
How do you prioritize your workload when dealing with multiple clients or projects? We've all been there juggling a million things at once.
Oh yeah. Time management is super important for an ICT pre-sales engineer. You'll probably be working on a bunch of projects at the same time, each with different deadlines. The interviewer wants to know that you can handle it and keep things running smoothly.
So it's about working smart, not just hard. How do you show that you have a system for staying organized?
Talk about specific strategies you use. Maybe you use the Eisenhower matrix, where you decide what's urgent and what's important, or maybe you block out time in your day for different projects.
I like using a Kanban board. It's like a big to-do list that I can move things around on.
I like that. Whatever you do, explain it clearly and give some examples of how you use it in your work.
And don't forget to mention communication. Keeping your clients and coworkers informed about deadlines and any problems is super important. It builds trust.
You got it. Being open and communicating proactively keeps everyone on the same page and prevents last-minute emergencies.
Let's try another question. How do you ensure the client requirements are met during the project implementation phase? Making a plan is one thing, but putting it into action is something else.
This is where the real work begins. You need technical skills, project management skills, and a good understanding of what the client needs.
So you're not just checking things off a list, you're making sure the solution actually works for the client and delivers what you promised.
That's it. Start by talking about how important communication is during the whole process. Regular check-ins with the client progress reports and being ready to address any concerns quickly, all of that builds trust and makes sure everyone's happy.
What about when things go wrong? Because in technology, things don't always go perfectly. How do you handle surprises or setbacks?
Honesty is the best policy. When there's a problem, don't try to hide it. Tell the client what's going on, explain it clearly, and give them some options. It shows that you're taking responsibility and that you're committed to finding the best way forward.
So you're turning a problem into a chance to show off your problem-solving skills and build even stronger relationships with clients.
Exactly. The interviewer wants to see that you can handle those tough situations and come out on top.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide has some good tips for this too. It talks about managing client expectations, having tough conversations, and staying calm under pressure.
It's like having a mentor right there in your pocket, helping you through those difficult moments and teaching you how to be adaptable and resilient.
It sounds like being able to roll with the punches is important in this job. But let's talk about teamwork. RoleCatcher's Interview Guide has a question about that. How do you work with cross-functional teams to deliver solutions? You're not working alone, are you?
No way! You'll be working with people from all over sales, marketing, engineering, support everyone. The interviewer wants to know that you can be a team player even if people have different priorities or ways of communicating.
Okay, but how do you show that you're a team player in an interview? Anyone can say they're good at collaborating.
Think about times when you've worked in a team and had to work together to achieve something. Maybe you led a project that involved lots of different departments, or maybe you had to deal with a conflict between team members who didn't agree.
Right. And I guess talking about your communication skills is important here. Being able to explain your ideas clearly, listen to others, and find common ground, those are all important for teamwork.
Absolutely. And don't forget about all those tools we use for collaborating these days. Mention specific platforms or software that, like project management tools, shared document systems, or even communication apps like Slack.
That shows you're comfortable with technology, not just in your area, but in the things that help teams work together.
Speaking of technology, let's get back to RoleCatcher's AI. It's not just for interview prep. It can help you throughout your career.
Oh yeah. RoleCatcher has that Get Discovered feature where employers can actually find you based on your skills and experience.
It's like a matchmaking service for your career. Keep your profile updated with your latest skills and certifications, and employers who are looking for someone like you will be able to find you.
So you're taking charge and saying, hey, I'm here.
Exactly. And don't forget about RoleCatcher's huge collection of career guides and interview questions. They're always updating them to keep up with the latest trends and give you the best information.
So it's not just a one-time thing. It's a resource you can use throughout your career.
That's right. I think we've covered just about everything you need to know to ace that ICT Presales Engineer interview and start a great career in this exciting field.
We talk about what the role is like, how to handle those tough interview questions, and even how RoleCatcher can help you every step of the way.
Remember, preparation is key. Do your research, practice your answers, and show off those skills and experiences that make you unique.
And most importantly, believe in yourself. You got this.
We're rooting for you. Good luck.